Hello, so today I'm going to be talking you through the different kinds of instruments that we could find in the classroom. We're going to focus on non-tuned percussion. So those are the instruments that you can hit and get different sounds from, but they can't play a melody because they don't have different pitches, such as a xylophone or a glockenspiel. So these are your more percussive sounds. So our first instrument, quite a popular one, is the woodblock. You need to hold it in one hand, not too tight, otherwise it stops the vibrations, and then with a stick you hit. There are different sounds you can make by either scraping or hitting harder with the shoulder of the stick. So as you can see, the different types of sound that I was making is something called timbre, and that means what an instrument sounds like. So this has a wooden timbre, and we can find many different sounds for it. Next instrument are scrapers. These can be used to make different sounds. Our next instrument is a small egg filled with rice-like things in the middle, and this makes a kind of shaker sound. You can fill it up with different amounts of rice, so then you can get different pitches. And these are some of the hardest instruments to keep quiet when you're not supposed to be playing, because any movement makes a sound. The next instrument I'm going to talk through is called a tambourine, and this one has metal inside of a plastic casing, and you can play this in many different ways. So you can shake it, or you can even hit it, or do a combination of two. Our next instrument are two wooden sticks, which are called Cloves or Clave, quite popular in Latin music. You grip one very loosely, making sure that the sound can get out, and then you hit with the other. If you grip them quite tight, then it stops the vibrations. Not as nice a sound as loose. Our next instrument is a wooden Gogo, because it's made out of wood and it makes this sound. Two different pitches, so it's like that Gogo. We can play this one by scraping or by hitting. I'm sure there are many other ways you could find. Very similar to the wooden Gogo, we have one made out of metal, and this is the metal Gogo. And again, different ways you can play it. Also made out of metal is the cowbell, and these come in different sizes, and this one here is quite a large one. You try not to grip it by the metal, otherwise it stops the vibration. And obviously we can have different timbres as well. Our next instrument, also made of metal, is a triangle, due to its triangular shape. You hold it with a piece of string so that you're not actually stopping the vibrations by holding the metal, and then you use a metal beater to hit it. If you want to stop that vibration, you just grip the triangle. So lots of musicians play it by gripping and ungripping. Our next instrument These could also be hand versions of castanets, where you're clicking two pieces of wood together. This instrument here is called a guero. Now a guero is played by either scraping or hitting with the back end of a stick. By moving up and down you can make different sounds. Next instrument is very similar to the egg shaker, but this one is a maraca because you shake it by using your hand. Our next instrument is quite a difficult one to keep quiet because any movement will cause it to make sound. You have to be careful not to move your hand, and these are called the handbells, quite like a jingle bells at Christmas. Our next instrument has a skin on top, so it actually gives a skin feel, even though it's made of wood. So the tambourine is skin, and you play this with your hand because this is a hand drum. Another instrument that you might find in the classroom is a cymbal. So I have one here made of metal, and you hit it, and then to stop the sound you just grab it.